That's.
One.
I want my title too.
The things you think of in the shower. Your thoughts meander from one subject to the other, and then back again, wondering, hey, how did I get there from here? It's the constant trace, retrace, take 3 steps forward, 2 steps back, and then trace your line of thinking again. 1 minute morphs into the next, and by the end of it, you've taken a 20-minute shower when you know you're quite capable of taking the same shower in 5 minutes. One subject to the next. You can make up some situation and think about surreal moments in your last relationship, then switch to what's on the history test the next day. Then you can think about all the time you just spent thinking about one subject to the next. You may think about where you went wrong in that last relationship, even if she was the one to cut it off, and how surprising it was. Occasionally, you might imagine events that never happened, but you sort of wish they did. But then you're back to remembering what Bolivar's nickname was for the test the next day. The Liberator. Your mind's kind of like a bungee jumper. It rapidly flies from one topic, hits something in between, and then peaks back to the same point, the thing that's bothering you most. Your shower every day is sort of your main time to relax and think, but it's when you're the most susceptible to what's bothering you. And extensive thinking about it may cause you to make rash decisions, which you try to cover up with some comment or hobby of yours. You're breaking up with me just because?
Well, yeah, just because, well, that's sort of all the explanation I've got.
That's not really an original way to go off and break up with someone you've been dating for several months. It's a little rude.
I've spent more money on you than you have for me.
Is that why you're breaking up with me? Because if so, you're more superficial than I originally thought.
Well, it's not the reason. I just thought it might get you to go away.
Not really. But when does this breakup actually commence?
Possibly when I said we're breaking up. But if it makes you feel any better, then now.
Not really. I didn't get enough time to beg. Are you breaking up with me because I drink tea and you drink coffee? I know it's quite the rivalry.
Yes, that's exactly the reason. Plus, I found someone who drinks twice the amount of coffee than even me, and he's much better looking than you.
I could start drinking coffee, maybe even black. I'll undergo plastic surgery. But then that whole you spending more money on me than I for you thing comes into play. I'm a little short.
How about you drink all the tea you want and not have to run into me after all this?
That's something I'll gladly undertake. I just need to go home, take a shower, read a little, get some rest. I find myself wishing for the best thing possible. A good apology and a reimagining of our relationship. You could take me back, and we'd never bicker ever again, especially over tea and coffee. But that's just not possible, and you're not here, so I must think about other things. So I now chuckle over the thought of all the things I think about in the shower, and all the things you might think about, even what other people might think. Your mind meanders about everything in your life when you're in the shower, but as soon as you're done, you have to think about the current moment, and what's going to happen that day. You're not left with much time in the day to fantasize about the future, or discover the deeper meaning in the past. So you can't really take your time thinking in the shower for granted.